Move on to this discussion. The Commission for Gender Equality is concerned about the number of gender-based violence cases withdrawn in Mpumalanga. Some GBV victims have complained about poor treatment at some police stations while reporting their cases. There have also been complaints about a lack of feedback on cases from those handling their matters. Joining us now is Javu Baloyi, the Commission for Gender Equality spokesperson. Javu, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this afternoon. Now, just explain the specific concerns or issues that prompted the Commission to take action and request for the hearings, and what are the key objectives or outcomes that the Commission seeks to achieve through this inquiry?
Thank you, Katlego, and thank you to the viewers at home. Our greatest concern, Katlego, it's not about only what's happening in Mpumalanga. Ours is to look at the systemic engagement and intervention from our side as a Commission for Gender Equality to say if the GBVF has been declared the second pandemic, or now it's the first pandemic after COVID. What then do we do as an oversight body, as with a legislative mandate as ours? What do we do when people come knocking at our doors and cry to the Commission to say, you are the voice of the voiceless insofar as gender issues are concerned, insofar as gender-based violence and issues of femicide is concerned? So we're trying to put everything together to make that impactful intervention. Instead of dealing with one case on its merit, we need to make a bigger intervention to say, SAPS, we're having these people are raising their concerns to say there's a slow prosecution of cases of gender-based violence, not only in Mpumalanga, Katlego, it's also happening in other provinces. So it is in Mpumalanga that, we are concerned of, because the complainant went to our offices. They don't even get feedback. They withdraw their cases. And then at times, they are saying they're not getting feedback. Even some of them, they're saying the treatment might not be that of satisfactory nature. So we want to find for ourselves and satisfy ourselves by engaging the duty bearers tomorrow and outside in Bombela, outside in Mpumalanga, to say what is it that we need to do as a collective. Ours is not to demonize the departments concerned, NPA and SAPS, but to find a lasting solution in order to arrest the scourge of gender-based violence in the country as it's rearing its ugly head.
This may be a little premature, but what would you suspect to be the underlying issues? Why do you think victims are experiencing this kind of treatment, especially from those police stations?
There could be myriads of issues. It's like you said, speculation can only lead us to say the police, we have preempted our discussion tomorrow, and the NPA to say, so we know, why did we not bring those things on the ground? We're waiting for them, the police, to say, what is it that, it's an hindrance on yourselves? Because one of the things, Katlego, is that justice shouldn't be had, should be seen to be done. And should be done equitable for everyone, regardless of your gender and your sex, regardless of your social status. So what we want to do, we do not want to jump the gun, forgive the pun, using a violent object. But the issue is we want them to come to us to say, these are the issues that are in hindrance to us. We know they might even raise the issue of capacity. They might raise the issue of dedicated courts. All those things, those are pure speculation. But we want to hear for themselves, from them, and for themselves to come to the fore to say, to the people of Mpumalanga, the stakeholders that complain, to say, we are as a police, we as NPA, we are promising going forward, this is what we're going to do. We are going to set timelines, we're going to give them recommendations, and go back to those and evaluate and monitor if something is happening, so that we decrease the numbers, not only for Mpumalanga, but we'll use Mpumalanga as a base to say, if we have done so in Mpumalanga, we see the numbers are going down. Why can't we do the same? And those, it means we have to invite SAPS, provincial commissioners, DPP, and if need be, we have to invite the necessary ministry to come to account at the Commission for Gender Equality, so that we arrest the scourge of gender-based violence. So tomorrow, it's something that it's a historic moment where we have summoned them to come and appear before us, so that we understand and seize ourselves with the effects thereof, so that we know how to move and proceed forward.
Is there a specific reason why you're starting these hearings in Mpumalanga? Is there a big number of such cases within that province that you saw it fit to have the hearings begin there?
Most definitely, Kaseo. Our office, this is informed by the people that went to the Commission's office in Mpumalanga. And that necessitated for us to say, if people are crying out to the commission to do something, let's do something and have this a hearing with the duty bearers, so that it's not, it could have been in other provinces, but it's only Mpumalanga was proactive in moving forward and forcing this issue to be held, so that we sit down around the table. And some of the people over the weekend and yesterday, Katlego, you will be amazed that this is long overdue. We just want to hear even stakeholders. Though we don't have enough numbers, we have got enough spaces available for the media people only now. People are saying, we want to be there. We want to listen to them, what they have to say, what are they promising the commission, what is it that they've told us outside the spheres. So those are some interesting aspects, but we just say it's good that the office in Mpumalanga has been proactive, has been engaging with the relevant stakeholders, and we hope other provinces of the commission will follow suit in identifying and getting people to come and also launch same to say we have empirical evidence to say these are the cases, because it's very difficult, Katlego, to some such issues to say yes, in Gauteng there's an issue of slow prosecution, there's an issue of the SAPS capacity and others without us having facts. We need to be governed by facts, yet in Mpumalanga we have that empirical and tangible facts that there's something that is happening, hence the necessity for us to be sitting tomorrow and do this. And the DPP will be there, the provincial commissioners will be there, and other senior people in those two departments, so that we do not wait for them to say we have to consult, but they are going to make the decision for themselves to say how this is how we're going to proceed, and to the benefit of the citizenry of Mpumalanga.
Just how does the withdrawal of cases impact the rights, the safety, and also the access to justice for survivors? And what do you believe are some of the systematic challenges that exist within the criminal justice system that may impede on the effective prosecution, but most importantly, the accountability for the perpetrators?
One of the things, I'm glad you have asked that question. You have asked that question, Katlego. One of the greatest misnomer normally, when people we are doing this court monitoring, they'll talk about issues of not the victims or survivors not able to come with a tangible evidence that can stood the test of time. But one of the things that we have seen, not only in Mpumalanga, is that the investigation thereof, it's not of the good quality. You'll find that we need seasoned in issues of gender-based violence. They're very sensitive in nature. We need seasoned investigators to investigate this issue, so that the NPA, when that's sent before them, it's easy to prosecute. You might have had cases lately where people are sentenced to life sentences, 8-year sentences, because of the evidence presented before the court. I always tell people that in court is not what we can say very nicely, it's what we can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And we need detectives, we need investigators, we need a dedicated task team to deal with gender-based violence, not only in Mpumalanga, but throughout the process, so that the magistrates and the judges can prosecute on evidence provided. And also, we need these cases to be fast-tracked. We've seen in Oscar Pistorius, Bumile Jezile, and Tokofatso Pule's case, may I so rest in peace, that the justice system can move with speed. However, on the same breath, Katlego, when cases are withdrawn, we do not know whether they lose trust in the justice system. That's something that still needs to be proven. We have never done a study, but we believe that somehow they become despondent, that they will never even let know that they're going through a lot, because nothing will be done going forward. And that is something that we shouldn't allow to happen, that people should be despondent because nothing is done, no one is moving. At least they have the Commission for Gender Equality to speak for them, and also engage and also ensure something is done so that they can access justice. A justice delayed, Katlego, is just denied. And withdrawal of cases, it doesn't augur well for our country, doesn't augur well that the perpetrators will end up accused. And also there's an issue of bail when it comes to these issues. We need to ask ourselves as a country, as people, is it bail supposed to be given to those that are seen to be doing something of these atrocities? We have seen people who are given parole on gender-based violence cases, yet they go back and commit the same crime in society. So those are some of the things, if we are very serious as a country, we need to move and also holistically come to the determination, how do we move going forward?
So this hearing is taking place tomorrow. Just talk to us about how will this information that is gathered at the hearing form part of your commission's recommendations and just the advocacy efforts in strengthening the prosecution of sexual offences?
The commission, with the mandate that we have, we're able to bring stakeholders together. We're able to also to have that accountability engagement with the duty bearers. So whatever is determined tomorrow, the outcome thereof will also pave a way for us going forward to say, what is it that we need to do? Hence, I said, and I'm glad that you have raised it very succinctly, so that we mustn't preempt what might happen tomorrow. But following the recommendations and what we'll be finding tomorrow, then we'll be able to know how to move best going forward.
Can people still join in on these discussions? I mean, you mentioned the presence of provincial commissioners and the DPP. Can people who want to participate in this hearing still come through tomorrow?
Unfortunately, people cannot come through. The office has been calling even myself yesterday and Monday to say we are fully booked. The only space that are receiving is the members of the media to report to society what is emanating and what is the development there. So the only space reserved now is for the media people, unfortunately, and we will share with the people out there through various means what were the recommendations and the findings after the engagement. And it's a pity, and we sincerely apologize to the people of Mpumalanga who are still calling to say we want to be there, but the venue is very limited, and we only made the reservation for media people now for their reporting purposes.
All right, Mr. Javu Baloyi, Commission for Gender Equality spokesperson, thank you so much for your time. We certainly do look forward to some of the responses that will come out of that hearing tomorrow.